Hey, what's up, everyone? Malachi back with another segment of Question of the Day. And let's get right into it. Today's question is, pull it up here. What is a good strategy to hold a high frequency all day and not let the world pull it down? I'm going to repeat that again. What is a good strategy to hold a high frequency all day and not let the world pull it down? All right, great question. And here's my insight. The strategy to holding a high frequency is very, very simple. You got to basically carry this thing around with you all day. This high frequency got to be in your pocket. You got to be able to pull it out at any time and say, I have the frequency, I hold the frequency, and nobody else has it except me. I'm going to use this pen as a symbol of my frequency. I have this thing. When I actively decide to hold this frequency, this pen, this is me holding the frequency I choose to maintain. You see, this is the point. I didn't give this pen to somebody else to hold for me. I have it. I didn't allow a person or a situation outside of myself to determine my state. I hold and create my state. You see, the problem is that many people are programmed to wait on external triggers to tell them how they should feel. Some people wait on the news, other people wait on their pastors, some people wait on the government, some people wait on their employers, their friends, their enemies. Some people wait on the opposite sex to tell them. Some people wait on their family to tell them what to do. And all of these things are all reactions. None of them are creating has responsibility in creating cause. Okay, so instead of that, what you got to do is you got to hold the key to your own state. It is you that got to hold your own good luck charm in your hand. It is not for someone else to control. You got to control your own frequency of your own happiness. A person shouldn't have to hope to have a good day. A person should not hope that nothing bad happens to them that day. You got to have the frequency ready to go anytime, anywhere. In fact, before you even leave your bed in the mornings, you better have this frequency ready. I don't care if it's a piece of paper you read, whatever it is. You think about it this way. If a football player is about to go play football, they know that certain things is going to be required of them on the field. So what are they doing? Beforehand, they start to stretch. They start to warm their body out or warm their body up before they begin. Why is that? Because they are preparing. They are planning for a certain frequency. If a singer is going to perform at a concert, they are going to do the same thing. They're going to practice some vocal warm-ups, vocal stretches before they go out there and sing. They are preparing for that frequency. They're maintaining it. They're holding it by doing things necessary to maintain their state. You see, if the singer says, I'm not going to warm up before I go out and sing, then they're not holding the frequency. They're basically waiting on maybe, let's say, the audience to tell them, hey, oh, it's okay, keep going, do a great job, or boo, I don't like you. No, 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 no. We're not allowing anything outside of us to dictate our frequency and our state. We are creating it for ourselves. So a person should never wait until the last minute to begin preparing for their life, especially when it comes to maintaining a high frequency. A person now might ask as well, okay, Malachi, that makes sense. So tell me what I should actually do to come up with this high frequency or this technique. Exactly what can I do to help myself? See, my response to this person would be, I'd ask them another question. I'd say, why would I go out of my way to give you a technique that you may or may not even use when you're already practicing working techniques already? You've already created a habit in certain areas of your life to maintain a technique, to maintain a frequency. Why would now you want to go learn something else? Use what you currently have. You see, this is the great thing about this reality. There's no correct one path to success. I did a video a while back where I talked to you guys about how 1,000 people all reach a very similar goal to play in the major leagues. They all took different paths. They all took different routes. They all didn't drink the same drinks. They didn't swing the bat the same way, and they didn't have the same family members. They all did different things and still got to a similar goal. So the same thing applies here. Why would a person say, Malachi, give me a technique when you already have a working technique that helps maintain and boost your state? So the solution is not trying to find a new technique, but to become consciously aware of what you're already doing. So what a person has to do is they have to look into their own life and determine what positive states and what routines that they're already working with that is helping them. In fact, what a lot of people do is they already do this just in a different way. They're already good at it. Why? Because they memorize, you could call them negative states. They memorize poor states. They keep their head down and they don't realize it. They're talking negative about themselves or negative things into their life. They don't even realize it. And so they're already doing these things. And the goal is, instead of letting these things happen subconsciously or run on automatic, you have to begin to notice what you already doing in your life and what you do when you are feeling good and what you do to improve your frequency. So let's go through some examples. A person might have a ritual that they do when they wake up in the mornings. A person might have affirmations. They might have a piece of paper or on their phone in the mornings. They read some stuff off the phone. It doesn't matter what it is. A person can a smile. It could be as simple as smiling or laughing or sitting up straight or walking with your chest out and your head up. How about that? Okay. Some other stuff could be like a person has a favorite color that they wear. Maybe the color yellow works for them. Maybe they have lucky socks. As soon as they wear those lucky socks, things start working out for them. It could be a person has a lucky pen. They say, man, when I write something down with this pen, guess what? Things start to work out for me. This is what I'm talking about. So you got to realize that this process for uncovering your own personal subconscious triggers is for you to explore, not for me to give a technique. It's for you. Even if a person says that they don't know a stronger one, they don't know a strong one. That's not the point. The goal is to develop it and work on it and add things to it. Okay, if it's maybe a lucky socks and then you wear those lucky socks and then you notice you have a good day, now you have some more money to put into the bank of those lucky socks. You keep developing and improving these things and never stop. Never stop. Don't let your conscious mind jump in and tell you, oh, it's not working. Fuck that. Okay, you have to reprogram yourself. Nobody's gonna do it for you. And don't wait on the external world to do it for you either. Don't wait on them to do it. You have to do it for yourself. You have to develop it. It is you that has to reprogram your own life. Okay, nobody, because if you let somebody else do it, they're gonna do it for their own intentions and purposes. Okay, you gotta judge your own actions in a way that's gonna increase your own vibration. Oh wow, I found the penny on the floor. Man, that's great. That means I'm gonna fucking meet the girl of my dreams. Or I'm gonna have an awesome day. Oh no, oh, my car got damaged. Wow, I got into an accident. What does that mean? What am I gonna decide that means right now? Okay, I'm gonna make a decision that this means that something good is gonna happen for me around the corner. Why is that? Because the pendulum, you know, the pendulum swings. It has to go back and forth. Bad things happen, but then it's equaled out by good. So the good thing is coming right around the corner. On and on and on. You got to be in control of how you process things. You have to ride this energetic wave. SOD. You guys heard me talk about this in one of the lectures we just had like a month or two ago about riding that energetic wave. Even though something happens on the external, you also play a part in manifesting and creating your reality. And what you have an option to do is to decide what something means with you and ride that energetic wave in order to create a new reality. Check out the lecture that we did. It was like about a month and a half ago. We went really deep into this, okay? Okay, now, last but not least, you got to always remember to recognize your high frequency moments and put them to optimal use. What does this mean? You see, the question was also about What is a good strategy to hold a high frequency all day? So those two words I'm looking at, hold and all day. All right. You see, if a person is holding something all the time, they have to realize that that's not necessarily the goal, to try to hold it forever. Remember, nothing lasts forever. Everything works in cycles. Okay? There's day and then there's night. There's morning, then there's afternoon. There's spring and then there's summer. There is the polarity happening all the time. There are seasons. Okay? It turns 1 o'clock in the morning, then it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Things change. Hot, then cold, up and down. You have to be able to be okay with this and recognize that things work in cycles. Once you realize that, you're not a person's not struggling to hold on to a certain state. They let it go and they work on something else while that energy is, is doing what it needs to do. It's applying to one of the principles of the universe. It needs to swing back and forth. While it's swinging the other way, you prepare and you plan and you do other things to help you along your path in other departments of your life. So it's not about trying to hold on to it, okay? A person can't hold on to the sunlight all day or all year. A person can't hold on to the moon all year. A person can't hold on to rain all the time. It comes and it goes. It's in cycles. So some people, when we're applying this to our lives, some people may do better in the beginning of the month more than at the middle of the month. Other people might do better at the end of the month. You need to know this. You need to recognize this. Let's say when it comes to relationships or business, you realize that every month from the day 1 to day fucking 11, you make a lot of sales or you get a lot more attention from the opposite sex. Have you been paying attention to this? Some people or some women get cranky on their period and things start to get jacked up. Others may get horny. Have you been taking notes? Some people say they have a great day when they drink a coffee at 10 a.m. in the morning. But if they try to drink that coffee before 8 a.m., it doesn't work. In fact, they crash. Have you been observing these patterns? You see, everybody is different. Don't try to fall into line with what everybody else is doing. You are different. Your subconscious works different. Your body works different. Your alchemy works different. There are people that say that they realize that they're night owls and they stay up late at night. And in fact, it applies in their life because when they're always late to work and they've noticed that a pattern keeps happening, they keep getting fired because they keep becoming late to work. Well, I'm not saying this is the answer or the technique or the solution for them, but let's say that person, they experimented. You have to become an alchemist and experiment, okay? Let's say that person said, you know what, I'm going to try working on night shifts at night instead. I'm going to change my whole life. I'm going to start working at night. What if that person did that? They'd start to probably realize that their life is totally changed and it could be for the better, that their life begins to improve, that their chances of success begin to increase, all because they change, they switch something up. Has a person done this? Have they tried this? Have you been noticing the cycles? You see, you have to prepare and plan for these things. You have to begin to notice them, all right? Okay.